morning. My name is Kristin Omdahl and welcome back to Yarn on the Beach. This is episode 32 and we are in Southwest Florida on the west coast, about as far south as you can go in Florida. And this is the Gulf of Mexico. We're waiting for the sun to rise over from the east, over the trees and the buildings, and just going to watch these beautiful colors come up over the water and listen to the beautiful sound of the waves. Good morning, KB. Good morning, Miss Detroit. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to choose between 3 different projects I brought with me this morning. It's a little warmer than normal. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Annie. I brought some hats, but it's a little warmer than it has been the last few days, so I'm not sure I need one. But I brought my Be So Tender basket weave knit hats to choose from and a Be So Tender crochet hat. Good morning, Elizabeth. So sweet that everybody is saying hi to everybody as well. Good morning, Elisa. Good morning, Anna. Thank you. I love the colors. This is Iris. This is Sky. And this is Blush. Oh, and I'm wearing a Be So Serene sampler scarf. This cowl is done in all 8 colors of Be So Serene yarn, and you can buy a sampler kit where you get a miniature ball of all 8 colors to make this. This is knit. I'll show you. It's knit alternating 2 colors at a time, and then you do a drop stitch to make it a little bit wider. Good morning, Edna. I missed a couple of names. I'm sorry. Oh, Elisa is working on this one right now. Excellent. I'll post a link to the pattern as well as to the sampler yarn kit for this. I'll also post patterns for these 2 hats as well. Good morning, Mar. Good morning, Donna. Donna has good weather in New York also. Tennessee Rose wants to know, says she doesn't know how to knit, but she likes this. Funny you should mention that. I've gotten a couple of other requests like that. I see a ripple in the water. Just, oh, it's a bird. I want you guys to see this bird. Okay, he just went down again. There's a bird that submerses himself completely underwater to go fishing. Do you see him? Did he just come back up? Look at him, he swims. He goes all the way down to fish and then comes back up. I can't remember the name. Oh, he's already over there. Okay. Oh, such a cutie. I can't remember the name of it. It has a funny name and I can't remember the name of it, but it's not shag. I think I'd know it if I heard it. That name doesn't sound familiar. Good morning, Crystal. Yes, Elisa, he's doing his workout. Absolutely. Absolutely. Miss Detroit says Michigan is also warmer today. Cormorant, that sounds slightly, it's not an egret. No, thought it started with an S. Can't remember. Anyway, it's very calm here this morning. We have minimal wind, minimal waves as well. The colors are beautiful. I'd like you to see some of the other colors to the side of the horizon. We'll see, here's the sun coming up over the buildings. Lots of peach and gold. Lots of peach and gold to the side of the beach also. And I'll show you the other side as well. A lot more people here this morning too. Morning.
Actually, good morning.
You do call them shags in Australia. Okay. Linda calls them snake birds. I wish I could remember what I heard they were called here. Maybe I just don't remember. So thank you all for the information. Oh, Elisa, your daughter's sick. I hope she feels better. Tell her I said hi. Hi, Shirley. Thank you for joining. Edna wants to know what I'm working on now. I brought 3 projects. Nothing new that you haven't seen at the moment. I'm working on my Lucette rope. Good morning, DJ. Good morning, Elizabeth. So I'm working on my Lucette rope in Be So Brave yarn. This is for Valentine decorations. It's from Jennifer Hansen's book, Learn to Lucette. I talked about it the other day in another Yarn on the Beach episode, and I'm going to talk about it more in a video dedicated to promoting her book and reviewing it. Then the other two projects I'm working on are my headbands still. Miss Detroit's working on the Santabella shawl. Beautiful. That is a beauty. Anna says Colorado's freezing and snow all day yesterday. Brr, well, you should stay indoors and stay warm. So I'm working on, good morning Pam, I'm working on my knit headband. Definitely made some progress last week, or over the weekend I guess. It wasn't quite last week, we only skipped Sunday, so I guess I worked on it Saturday. And then here's the crochet one. This one I've got quite a bit of progress on too. This one's probably close to being finished. I have to back up to show you. This one's a lot bigger. This one might be close to being done. And then I'll show you a close-up. This is Tunisian double crochet. Jenny, these will be one ball projects. This is the crochet version and this is the knit version, and I've done tutorial videos on both of them for to learn the stitch. So if you want to practice the stitch before the actual headband / scarf pattern comes out, you can watch those videos. And as soon as I finish them, I can photograph them and then write the pattern and share the patterns with you that way as well. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Jenny. Jenny was commenting on this yarn. This is called Mia's Malachite Meadow. It's Be So Bold yarn, my worsted weight, organic cotton and bamboo blend yarn. And this colorway I hand dye in my studio. It's called Mia's Malachite Meadow. It has some purple, it has some turquoise, not turquoise, but teal. It has some gold, and it has a little bit of a periwinkle blue. Good morning, Elizabeth. Got beautiful, calm beach here this morning. Now let's see if I brought, oh, I do have my hook. Someone asked what size hook I'm using. Oh, which brings me to another question I got offline the other day. When choosing a crochet hook for Tunisian crochet, you always want to size up unless you're looking to do something extremely dense. By nature, Tunisian crochet is much more dense than regular crochet. And what I mean by that is that if you were, okay, this is worsted weight yarn. You would normally think to use somewhere around an H hook for a worsted weight yarn. If you used a size H and did Tunisian crochet on a worsted weight yarn, you're going to get a very dense fabric that would work for pot holders, dishcloths, rugs, that sort of thing. If you want it open and lacy, you'll have to size up. So for example, I'm using a size L or 8mm on a worsted weight yarn. Hi Lucia, thank you for watching. She's in her office knitting. I'm so glad you could join. Oh, Pam, you're welcome. I'm so glad that I've been able to give you a tip that helps. Barbara says that she's working at home. That is wonderful. It's probably very late in Australia. Good morning, Tammy. Thank you for joining. Okay, so back to the Tunisian. So Tunisian would be a fabulous stitch pattern for doing pot holders or trivets or rugs or something, even hats in really cold weather. The density of a Tunisian crochet is really fabulous for anything that you don't want air to penetrate. So anytime you want something dense, you would use the normally appropriate size hook for the yarn. Melissa wants to know what flavor tea I'm drinking this morning. That's funny you should ask, because I'm running low on tea right now. So you know when you're running low on something and you start conserving? Well, I ran out of my green mint tea last week, so I switched to combining green peach tea and ginger green tea, and I ran out of the ginger green tea over the weekend too, so now I'm just down to peach green tea. And so I have one bag of peach green tea in here, but to doctor it up, like I like to say, I added a couple of slices of fresh ginger to it. So I'm drinking peach green tea with fresh ginger. Pam is in Florence, Alabama, and asked if I could come up and visit. Yes, Alabama would be a great spot to come and visit. I would like to figure out going on the road to promote my next book. Haven't gotten that far yet, still working on the production of it, but I'll get there. Here comes the sun. So pretty. Feels good too. Tennessee Rose wants to know if where I get my crochet hooks. The one that I'm using this morning is from Lantern Moon. It's a rosewood crochet hook. Sometimes you see me working with bamboo crochet hooks, and I'm working on getting crochet hooks manufactured for my brand that are bamboo, but they're not out yet. And the ones that I'm using this morning are rosewood from Lantern Moon, also really beautiful, gorgeous crochet hooks. Nothing like a knot live on camera. I can't get this. Kind of fun though to have to be put under pressure to do stuff live. Just shows you that you can, if you stick to it and stay calm, you can do just about anything. Getting there. Good morning, Teresa. Thank you for joining. Got a swimmer coming by right now. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I gotta move the camera. Maybe that's better. Oh, Mar just started the Be So Brave Vala shawl. That's a pretty pattern and fun project to work on. I never took great photos of the project though. Still haven't gotten around to that. That is on, I think it's too far down the priorities on my to-do list. Definitely need to get much better pictures. Thanks for letting me know about the shadow, everybody. It's hard to read my screen. I really focus down here in the corner to try to see comments, and I don't really look at myself because I'm trying to communicate as best as I can. So I didn't even notice that there was a shadow on my face, so thank you. I know that that can be really annoying, so I appreciate you letting me know. I missed a question about Tunisian crochet hooks. Oh, look at that. I'm almost done with my knot. Woohoo! Notice how I never pulled tight on something. Anytime you have a knot or a bird's nest, the kiss of death is pulling too tight. You will only make the problem worse. And that's only something you learn after many, many years and many, many knots, right? I love getting caught doing stuff like that live. Like at knitting club too. Love getting caught in a situation where it's like, oh my God, what if what if I panic and can't do this? And staying calm is the key to getting most things solved. Be great advice to tell your 20-year-old self, right? Remember to stay calm. Morning. Oh, I missed some comments. So sorry about that. This weather is so relaxing this morning. My goodness. Oh, yesterday I showed Marlon the dolphin video from last week. Remember when we saw those dolphins? Edna wants to know what I'm making. This is one of the headbands that I'm working on. This is in Tunisian crochet. I've got a video on my YouTube channel on how to do this stitch. I posted it last week. So yesterday I was showing Marlon the dolphin video from last week. And boy, the look on his face seeing the dolphin so close to the beach, he's like, "Why didn't you run in there?" He goes, "I would have jumped in with them." And I said, "Yes, I know you would have." No, I did not. I was perfectly happy just watching them from the shore. But what was funny is that I don't normally watch an extended amount of the playback of Yarn on the Beach, and to be sitting there away from it, so I wasn't watching but I was listening, I was so much enjoying the sound of the water, and it just made me realize how special it is to be able to share this with people that don't live next to the water, and how much I would enjoy watching this if I didn't live next to the water, because the sound of the waves came through so beautifully on my phone. So hopefully that's the case with everyone else's phones too. I love enjoying the differences of the sounds every day too. Like today's waves sound different than Saturday's, sound different than Friday's. DJ says she loves my scarf and wants to know if it's knit or crocheted, and I will finish this row and show you. Sarah, I'm so glad you enjoy listening to the beach with me. Okay, so this is knit. In fact, I'll take it off so you can see it even better. It's knit as a strip of garter stitch, and you alternate the color of the yarn every 2 rows so that you can see what each color looks like next to another one. And then at the end of this plain and simple garter stitch scarf, which is just knit every row, I'll show you at the seam. Here's the seam. You drop some of the stitches to make it a little bit wider, and then sew the 2 ends together, or 3 needle bind off them together, whichever you prefer. And I twisted mine so that it would be a cowl, or a Mobius, but you could leave it straight if you didn't like the twist. One of the reasons why I love adding a twist in a cowl is because of how beautifully it'll lay flat, like that. Someone's asking about the crochet headband, but all I see is 2 crochet headbands, so I'm not sure what the first half of that question was. If you'd like to repeat it, I would be happy to try to answer it. If you're asking about the patterns for these, the headbands are not completed yet, so they're not photographed or published. But if you're looking to get started on the stitch pattern, I did post videos on both the knit elongated open work pattern and the Tunisian double crochet. They're both tutorial videos that came out last week, but the patterns for the headbands are not available yet because they're not done, but they're coming. Quite a few people have joined my Facebook group. If you are interested in joining it, please feel welcome. It's called Create, Share, Inspire with Kristin Omdahl. It's a Facebook group, and I'll post a link to the invite in the video description later today. What's been really wonderful about it so far is it's a place where people can share with me and share with each other what they've made with my yarns or my patterns, and it's been really fun to see what other people have made and see their beautiful photos and even ask questions. So it's been a really fun way to extend the community that we've started here with Yarn on the Beach throughout the rest of the day. So if you'd like to join it, you're more than welcome. I'll post, if you want to go and find it on your own, that's great, or if you want to wait for my link, I'll post the link in the video description. Someone's having a problem with their connection, I think. Oh, maybe I think I'm just missing a side conversation. Okay. That's great. Jenny loves the Facebook group. Wonderful. Me too. I'm not really familiar with Facebook groups, so I'm not sure what I should be doing, but I'm just figuring it out as I go. Good morning, Terry. Thanks for joining. Hi Monica, thanks for joining this morning. Shirley, it's a Facebook group that I started for everybody from Yarn on the Beach, and anybody who's interested that wants to join is welcome. It's a public group called Create, Share, Inspire with Kristin Omdahl, and I'll post a link in the video description later, but it's a place where people who have made my patterns or people who buy my yarn can share with each other what they've made. And it's been a really fun way to extend the really beautiful community that we've started here on Yarn on the Beach, and that's how it evolved. I was realizing how much everybody that joins me at Yarn on the Beach is so nice to each other and is getting to know each other, and I thought it was a great way to extend our community so that we could all talk a little more and you guys could get to know each other a little bit better as well. So far people have been sharing their projects that they've made with my yarns, or sharing their projects they've made with my videos or my patterns, and asking questions, and it's just been really light and breezy and friendly and really fun so far. I'm not real familiar with Facebook groups, so I'm not sure what all we can do in there or will do in there, but so far it's been a fun way to get to know each other and just chat a little bit. You're welcome, Shirley. Hi, Anna Maria. Thank you for joining. Another thing I've been working on this weekend is Pinterest. Anybody else a Pinterest fan here? Good morning, Edwina. Thank you for joining us. I've been learning, let's see. Oh, Alexandria. Thank you for joining. This is your first time joining live. I think it was someone named Carol that asked if there was a way to crochet this. You're not the first person that has asked that recently. And yes, you could definitely crochet it. I think that it would be a very similar look to do single crochet and chain. So like for across these sections you could do 3 single crochets or 4 single crochets and then 5 or 7 chains here, and then alternate bands of single crochet and chain, or double crochet or half double crochet. I should get around to posting a tutorial on it, and I might start that tomorrow night at Knitting Club, or maybe start it here at Yarn on the Beach tomorrow morning, because I've gotten a lot of requests for it lately, so it probably would make sense to make a crochet version of this. Shirley made a sequin glove for Tito Jackson. That's cool. Wow, very cool. Then some, oh, Pinterest. A few people have been saying they love Pinterest. Well, I've been trying to create my presence there a little stronger for exposing my business. So if anybody is on Pinterest and doesn't follow my boards, I would like to invite you to come and follow me on Pinterest. I've been redoing a lot of photos, redoing some boards. I want to get a lot better at it before I start promoting my next book, and just learning how to use it and share. I think it'll be a fun place to share not just my projects and my products, but a way to share what I find beautiful and the things that inspire me as well. So I use Pinterest personally and absolutely love it, but I want to find a way to create my Pinterest page to not only share with you what I do, but what I love and what inspires me to do what I do. So please feel welcome to join me on Pinterest. I'm just getting started at this new revamp and understanding what Pinterest can do. No idea how to promote my business on there yet, but I'm just going to start by sharing my stuff. So anybody that wants to join me there, please feel welcome, and I'll post a link to my Pinterest page when I update the show notes on our video description this morning as well. All right, get back to... Oh, I talked about the color of yarn that I'm using for the knit headband. Told you that this was Mia's Malachite Meadow. I have another color here. This is Sophia's Serengeti Sunrise. Oh, I'm going to be sharing I do share my recipes on Pinterest as well. I have a board on my recipes there. In fact, by the way, any Instant Pot fans here with me this morning? I did my beer steamed ribs again last night. I buy baby back ribs at Costco when they go on sale, and I always stop at the gas station along the way home because it's the only place I can buy a single can of beer. And I buy a single can of beer and I pour it into the bottom of my Instant Pot, put the steaming rack in there, and then lay my ribs on the side and steam and cook them on high pressure. Pull them out and put them under the broiler with a barbecue sauce on them and let them brown a little bit. But last night I took it a step further. I know I've mentioned this before, that I love the sauce that's made, or the broth that's made from the beer and the pork drippings. Well, has anybody done baked potatoes in their Instant Pot before? Because I'm here to tell you, steaming your potatoes whole in the Instant Pot is heavenly. I'm not somebody that takes the time to turn an oven on for over an hour to bake potatoes. I usually just microwave them or don't make them at all and save baked potatoes for a restaurant. The baked potatoes I made by steaming them on that rack over the pork/beer broth, it's Instant Pot on high pressure for 10 minutes, were so good. The texture of the potato on the inside is so light and kind of creamy, and not at all like a microwave potato, and not like a potato that's been cooked in a liquid. I can't even describe it. They're so amazing, and I'm not always a huge potato fan, but oh my God. So there, I finally found one of the reasons to use that broth for a second dish. So good. In fact, I think I ate a potato before a rib last night. That's how good it was. I've heard a lot of good feedback about my beer steamed rib recipe. I'm so glad everybody likes it. Good morning, Dadu from Algeria. Thanks for joining. I like your butterfly. Is that a butterfly on your avatar? It's a little tiny for me. I'm not sure I saw it. Melissa says now she wants an Instant Pot. Good Day wants to know if she just crocheted a shawl with acrylic yarn and wants to know if she should block it before she puts fringe on it. I think that if you're going to wet block it, yes, I think it might be better to lay it out flat to dry first before you put your fringe on it. If you're just going to steam block it, probably not as important, but either way, either way should be fine. It just depends on how much water you're going to use, because water can really tangle up the fringe. So if you're going to steam it, maybe not as important, but if you're going to wet block it, it might be easier to do that first before putting the fringe on, because not only will you not tangle the fringe, but you can also better see the holes along the edge to see where you're going to place your evenly placed fringe. Do I ever use acrylic yarn? Sarah asked. I believe that there is a yarn for every project and a project for every yarn. I am not a yarn snob. I don't like that term. In fact, I'm very sensitive about some of the goofy terms that people use in the knitting and crochet world, and that one kind of, it's not that it bothers me, it makes me sad. I don't ever want anyone to feel like they're not included, and that I think that whatever your budget is for yarn is fine. Whatever your budget is for any given project. You may like different budget yarns for different types of projects, and that's okay too, or for different types of gift recipients, or for different types of applications. I don't have a problem with that at all, and I don't have a problem with acrylic yarn. If that's what you like, if that's what works for you, and that's, I mean, I don't have a problem at all. I personally love natural yarns, but if you look in my closet, I buy natural fibers in my store-bought clothes too. I wear cotton almost exclusively, and if I'm not wearing cotton, I'm wearing bamboo, or I'm wearing wool, or what else would be in my closet, or silk. I don't really like synthetic fibers, but that's just me, and that's okay too. We all have those choices and we all have those preferences, but I don't want anyone to ever think that I would think less of you for the type of yarn that you prefer or the types of fibers that you like. So please don't ever think that, yeah, Sarah says she uses acrylic for charity. Of course, that's wonderful. And if you think that you're going to be giving your gift to somebody that doesn't like to hand wash or doesn't like to take care of things delicately, acrylic's a great choice for that, right? Okay, KB says she works with acrylic a lot because she donates a lot. That's wonderful. Good Day wants to know what I recommend for beachwear in terms of yarn for summer. Cotton, bamboo. Tennessee Rose wants to know if I have a silk yarn. No, I don't, but I have bamboo yarns which are just as pretty as silk, not as expensive, and they don't involve an animal. So I feel like a bamboo yarn is an incredible substitution for silk for a couple of reasons. One, it's more affordable. Two, it's more sustainable. Three, no animals are involved, and not hurt and not killed and all that other stuff. And it has the same sheen, the same shine, the same drape. I think it's, and easier to take care of. So that's one of those are the reasons why I don't have a silk yarn. I feel like bamboo is a wonderful substitute for silk. Otherwise, and bamboo is great for warm weather because it is self-wicking, it is antimicrobial, and so that makes really beautiful summer wear. And then all of cotton is always amazing for summer wear. And I have a lot of organic cotton in my yarn lines, which is one of my favorite fibers of all time. What else is good for summer wear? Linen would be good for summer. DJ's allergic to wool. Yeah, that's a problem too. In fact, somebody mentioned the other day, somebody was asking me if I was interested. Can you wash bamboo in the washing machine? Yes, you can, but depending on the type of project that you've made, you just want to think about what you're doing. If you're taking a delicate lace shawl, you're not going to want to agitate it with towels and things like that. But if you're looking to do a delicate cycle on your washing machine, I have had good luck with washing bamboo in the washing machine. You just want to take into consideration the delicateness of whatever you've made. Could I wash this in the washing machine? Absolutely. Could I wash these? Sure, absolutely. One of my delicate lace shawls, I would put it in a lingerie bag and do it on delicate at the very most, but it's also so easy to wash it in the sink with a few drops of Wrapture that ends up being the easier solution most of the time to me. Is everybody comfortable hand washing, or do you think it's time for me to do some more hand washing videos with Wrapture? Arctic Kiviot is good for people with wool allergies because it has no, didn't see the last of that. I'm guessing you're going to say lanolin. Good morning, Lee. Thanks for joining. Edwina said yes. Yeah, I think it might be time to do that again. You know what? Someone asked me to show demos on how to wind yarn from backs of chairs, and would you believe that I can't find regular sized chairs to do it on? So that's on my list of things to demo right now too. Yeah, hand washing, I'm seeing a lot of it. Yes, okay, adding that to the list. I think that would be a really, because there's lots of ways to wash and lots of ways that are good and some ways that are good depending on the project. So yes, I got it. Okay, we're about to come to a close here, so let's take one last minute here to take in this magnificent view and listen to a few more repeats of these beautiful waves. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy days and busy schedules to spend some time with me this morning. I love all the conversation we have together. Love all of the time that we brainstorm and think of things, and how nice everybody is to each other here. I appreciate you all so much. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.